Alright, so I'm here at Six Flags Great America. This is my first ever time at the park and very excited to be here, especially because 7 more credits and I will have 100 roller coaster credits. But just beyond that, I mean, I'm very excited for Maxx Force, probably what I'm most excited for, then Goliath, then Raging Bull. I've never been on an Intamin Impulse or an SNS 4D free spin, so Joker and Flash Vertical Velocity I'm also excited to get on since I have never ridden those coasters. But yeah, we're here outside of the park right now. It is not the park opened I don't know, about a half hour ago, but we do have Flash Pass Gold, so yeah, we're going to be able to get on a bunch of rides. The park is open from 10:30 to 10 tonight, so yeah. And our first ride of the day will be on Maxx Force. Alright, so just got off of Maxx Force. Very fun ride, however, I still think I like Storm Runner a bit better, but man, that launch is great. You even get like a stomach drop on it. Now we're just gonna keep walking and see what we run into. So yeah, and now here we go on the Whizzer. Alright, so we just got off of the Whizzer. Now we are entering the Southwest Territory, where I know Raging Bull is and some other rides, not sure what else, but yeah. So the Whizzer is just a classic, nothing very special at all, but yeah, I'm very excited to get on a lot of their other rides, especially Goliath now, and I'm very curious to see whether Goliath or Maxx Force will be my favorite coaster at the park. Alright, and now here we go on Viper, our first coaster in the Southwest Territory. Here we go. Alright, so we just got off of the Viper. Not a great ride at all. There was some float air time, but it was just not a smooth ride. But yeah, now we are trying to make our way over to Raging Bull. Okay, so I just got off of Raging Bull a little bit ago. It was pretty cool. I rank it in my lower hypers. I did sit in the very back row because I heard that anywhere else besides the very back was pretty boring. It's not a bad ride. It's, I think, better than Apollo's Chariot, but that's pretty much it. Still a very good ride. There are some actually flagector moments in the very back, which I thought was really cool. The drop is very good, and some other airtime moments, like the drop off the mid-course and the hill following that. But yeah, now we're heading over towards X-Flight. So yeah. and now we are going on X Flight. Alright, so I just got off of X Flight, and yeah, it's a pretty good ride. I've been on this, I believe, third B&M wing coaster. I think it's a bit better than Wild Eagle at Dollywood, but Gatekeeper at Cedar Point is still my favorite. But I sat on the outward seat in the very back row, and man, there are definitely some shaky points on that ride. But the inline twist is my favorite part of the ride. It's amazing. And yeah, now we're heading over to Demon, which will be my 99th roller coaster. And then Goliath will be number 100. And here we go on the Demon. Alright, so we just got off of the Demon, and that's really terrible. I hate aero loopers besides Tennessee Tornado. That one's good. But man, that was terrible. The theme song is the best part of the ride. But yeah, that was coaster credit number 99. Now we're heading over to Goliath to get my 100th roller coaster credit. Now here we go for my 100th roller coaster credit on Goliath. Goliath is stuck at the top of the lift, and now people are going up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Man, this is crazy. Alright, so we just left the station for Goliath. We got two rides on it. One's in the very front, one's in the middle. I got 5th row. And then we were waiting for the very back, and the ride got stuck on the lift, and they had people walking up the lift, like employees, to help them get down and stuff. And then they told us that we couldn't wait in the station anymore because it was going to be down for an extended period of time. So now we're going to probably just get something to eat and drink, and then we'll be going on like Joker and Flash, and then maybe Goliath later, and then definitely more rides on Raging Bull and Maxx Force.
We're going this way.
And we are now going on the Joker, which is my first ever SNS 40 free spin coaster. So here we go. All right, so we just got off of the Joker, and man, SNS 40 free spins are actually underrated. A very fun ride. I get that they're clones, but yeah, it's very disorienting. Yeah, I don't even know how many flips we got on that ride, because it was just, I didn't even know what to think of it, but yeah, that was crazy. All right, and now here we go on the Flash Vertical Velocity. All right, so we just got off of Flash Vertical Velocity. It's good, but there's some headbanging on the restraints. But yeah, still a pretty good ride. Pretty enjoyable. Oh, by the way, Goliath also just went after over 2 hours of just being stuck on the lift. It finally went, but another train hasn't gone yet, so probably not a good sign. But yeah, now we're heading over to Batman. Now here we go on Batman the Ride. Alright, so we have gotten off of Batman the Ride, and you know, it is the first B&M invert ever, and it's not great. It's a little, like, there's some headbanging, not terrible or anything, but yeah, the one at Six Flags Over Georgia is much better than that. Now here we go on Superman Ultimate Flight. Okay, so we have now gotten off Superman the Ride. We are trying to find the Dark Knight indoor coaster, but I don't know, we can't seem to find it. Then after that, we'll just be getting re-rides on Goliath if it's open, Maxx Force, of course, and then Raging Bull after that. So just trying to find the Dark Knight coaster for now. Alright, now here we go on the Dark Knight coaster. Alright, so we just got off of the Dark Knight coaster, and I mean, it's nothing too special. Just, you know, a mock Wild Mouse, and the theming is okay. It's Six Flags, so nothing too special, but it is cool how it's in the dark. Probably one of the better mock Wild Mouse coasters. But now we are heading over to Maxx Force. Alright, and here we go for our second ride of the day on Maxx Force, hopefully in the very back row this time.
Anyone's first time. Good luck. Bye.
Alright, so just got off our second ride of today on Maxx Force, this time in the very back row, and both rows, like front and back, are both excellent. It's an awesome ride, but I do prefer the front row slightly. The launch is definitely better in the front. Yeah, I think I prefer the front a little bit more than the back. Now we are going to go on Raging Bull, then probably X-Flight again. And then probably Maxx Force again, and then we'll probably be heading out of the park. Unfortunately, Goliath is looking like it'll be closed for the rest of the day. Unfortunately, there was a big thing going on. Oh, sorry about my hand. There was a big thing going on earlier about the chain lift, and yeah, it's been testing, but it still says on the app that it's closed. So that's very unfortunate, but we're very lucky to get 2 rides on it right before it went down. Here we go for our second ride of the day on Raging Bull. Alright, so now we're heading to X-Flight. We just got off of Raging Bull again for the second time, and yeah, I mean, it is good in the back, I'm not gonna lie. It is a good hypercoaster, better than Apollo's Chariot, but I don't know, it's just not quite as good as some of the more modern ones, which is understandable. But yeah, it is still good. Alright, so our current plan is to go ride X-Flight, then on the way back we'll start heading towards the front. So right now we're heading to X-Flight, then while we're heading towards the front, we will hit Raging Bull one more time, and then after that, which is like at the almost the entrance to the park, is Maxx Force, so we'll do that again, and then go to the gift shops, and then we will be leaving the park. Now we are going again on X-Flight. This will be our second ride. Last time we rode in the very back, so this time we are going to try to get in the very front. Okay, so we just got off a very front row ride on X-Flight, and I actually think it's better in the front. Man, the keyholes and going through the tower is awesome. I honestly might argue it's like better it's better near miss than Gatekeeper's keyholes. Obviously the views and stuff on Gatekeeper are way better. Gatekeeper's still an overall better ride in my opinion, but I think that's definitely better than Wild Eagle. It's way more intense too. So now we're heading over to get a third and final ride on Raging Bull, which will be our final ride of tonight. Because Maxx Force, we didn't know, but we used up all the rides that we could for today with our flash passes, so we can't get another ride on that with a flash pass. And American Eagle we didn't ride today because for some reason we also can't use the flash pass on it. Not sure why, but yeah. So now we are heading to Raging Bull, which will be the last ride of the night. Raging Bull, and then some gift shops, and then we will be heading out of Six Flags Great America. Alright, so unfortunately we will not be going on Raging Bull because the ride closed. I don't know if it's like it closed or if it had a technical difficulty or something, but everybody was leaving the line saying that it was closed, so I'm assuming that it just closed for the night. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I guess X-Flight is going to be our last ride of the night, but we already did it, so now we're just gonna head over to the Maxx Force gift shop, get some stuff, and then we'll be leaving the park. Alright, we have now left Six Flags Great America. Great day here at the park, amazing park. Yeah, we got a lot of rides in. Unfortunately, we could only get 2 rides on a lot of their coasters. However, they do have a great collection of rides here. So yeah, very enjoyable day here at Six Flags Great America. That will end out this vlog, and thank you for watching.